leaders ní visa wọ́rọ́ sí wọ́rọ́. Ti di wọ́rọ́ sí wọ́rọ́. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon to you. Oh, you just read it now. Mo ti rí i kí n tó jáde. I saw it earlier. Then wọ́n tún wá send ẹ̀ sí mi sìn. Rich Tiger, how are you? Ayo, how are you? Akin làwọn. Ghana, Doris, Abiola, Neka. Kuburat, how are you? Good afternoon. Benson Samuel, good afternoon. This is going to be call-in show. This is going to be a call-in show. Hear your view on this case. Ó ti di wọ̀rọ̀ sí wọ̀rọ̀. He don zẹ̀. He don zẹ̀ o. He don zẹ̀ o. Good afternoon, Raymond. Omole Mompi. Omole Mompi. Rega, how are you? Adetutu Tiwalola. Good afternoon, guys. Ademola, good afternoon. Omotola Odedipe, Temi Kiss, good afternoon. Benson, Aproko with Spice, Aburo mi, Michael Abiodu, my brother. Jimo, good afternoon. Jimo Adeni, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Why sunkún dada made them they cry? What is good for the geese is good for the gander. Why are they crying? I pray many countries will do the same thing. By the time there is nowhere to run to, by the time there is nowhere for their children to go and hide, they will do the needful. Thank you, Raymond. Thanks for joining me. Ó yẹ bá mi share on Facebook. Ẹ má yẹ kí don't let YouTube beat you on Facebook. Oh. YouTube is leading in number. They say them ban on our leaders. If there is no way for their children to go, they will do the needful. Oh yeah. Good afternoon, guys. We'll be starting very soon. Oh yeah, help me to share and reshare and reshare. Makon loye kon. It don't reach them. Canadian government is wicked. Are they wicked? Or they are doing the needful? Hey. By the time even their children are being deported and everywhere, they will do the needful. Shebi na them make us they run up and down. I welcome you guys, Jare. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me. My name is Auntie Aduni. If you're just getting to see my face, I'm on Facebook and I'm on YouTube. And for those who don't know, we have a new page because of what is going on my Facebook page. The page is Authentic Auntie Aduni. That is going to be our page in the next 2 months that will be streaming live from. So I want to say welcome to every one of you and thank you for joining us. So there is this story going on. We all know what is going on with our people. Africa is laid back. The money is there, but corruption no let us see wetin dey shele. We go just dey hear say dem carry money, that one carry money, this one steal money. They will allocate funds. We will not see what they will do with the funds. The only thing we will see is that senators are buying cars. They are buying bulletproof cars. Somebody said, I guess he didn't provide enough evidence. Backing is traveling. Whatever. At least make them deny them, including their children. It has to be done for that country to get better. As long as they have somewhere to go and hide their children, they will not do the needful. Especially Nigeria. Nigeria has all it takes. Thank you, Selfless Darlington. Nigeria has all it takes financially, resourcefully, to be the giant of Africa. But we are not. So according to the news, let's go into it. According to the news, they said Ribadu slams Canadian embassy for denying defense and others visa. And Ribadu says Canada can go to HEL, Ipeperam. If you know they can go to HEL, why do you want their visa? If you know they can go to HELL, why do you want their visa? He said, according to the news, the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, condemned the Canadian government for its decision to deny visas to Nigerian Defense Chief of Defense Staff. No be ordinary person. Chief of Defense Staff. The Chief of Defense. Then deny am visa. Hey! Canada. Una no look face. Una no know as dem dey take do for Nigeria. Say anything wey involve the super people, they must get it anyhow. You don't deny them. You no look face say na our oga patapata. All our politicians wetin dem dey find go Canada. Canada, you no do well o. So they say Canada deny them. The defense staff, the chief of defense staff, Christopher Musafa, and other senior military officials. The officials were due to attend an event in Canada honoring war veterans. How many war una fight for Nigeria? Thank you, that veteran. How many war una fight? But only a portion of the delegation was granted visa, leading to strong reactions from Nigeria authority. Why are you fighting for other countries' authority? I mean visa. How many people they fight about Nigerian visa? Companies are folding up, leaving Nigeria. Expatriates are leaving Nigeria to go back to their country. Kile yin wa kiri. Kile yin wa, wetin are they look for? Musa recounted the experience, noting that he and his team had been invited to the veterans event but faced an unexpected setback when some members of the delegation were denied entry. He described the situation as disappointing but saw it as a reminder for Nigeria to strengthen its independence and resilience. Strengthen your independence and your resilience. When Canada wants your visa, don't give them visa too. Give 4. Strengthen it. Do it back to Canada. Shebe you in South Africa. To orange man say he won't turn all South Africa white. He won't turn them to America. Those ones say they no want. Why are you fighting? Why are you vexing? Canada government, una no do well o. Una no do well o. Shey that test dem fail ini, abi na interview dem fail. Una deny ODD Nigeria Chief of Defense Staff and dignitaries. Una deny dem visa. Whether they had their children join and children of their family. Then go say they want to travel. Then go have different kind of people. They can't deny na visa. Kill them wakiri. Shebi na visit na one. Why are you crying out? Shebi na visit na one go visit. They say don't come and visit our country. Make na sit down for our country. Sit down for your country. If Canadian people apply for visa, no give them. There is no fight in this one. Why are you vexing? He stated every disappointment is a blessing. Yesterday, I was meant to be in Canada for an event to honor our veterans. Veterans in you want to honor your veterans in Canada or be in Nigeria? Ẹ gbọ́ o, ẹ ní sùúrù o, wait o. You people want to go to Canada to honor Nigerian veterans. Are you supposed to honor Nigerian veterans in Canada or in Nigeria? Ẹ gbà mí. Àbí I no gbọ́ English ni. Àwọn people yìí fọ́ níṣà. You want to go and honor. So, ẹ wá kó delegates. Look at the way they are wasting our resources. So, they will now pack people to go and do a program that is supposed to be done in Nigeria. They will pack them to Canada. Look at how much they will allocate. Ọlọ́run mú yín. Canada say make una stay for Nigeria and do the program. Ilẹ̀ program wo lẹ lọ ṣe? Why they pepper you for body? So now want to carry yourself, go do veteran, Nigerian veterans. How many times America go do program of veterans outside America? Your veterans. Abemi ni mi ò gbọ́ English ni. Veterans are people wey don fight war. Abi? Ex-army officials. Officers. No be then they call veterans. You want to go and celebrate them in Canada. Canada don't disgrace our people. Abẹ́ rí nǹkan báyìí. Tóyìn Àjàyí, you're welcome jèrè. Ẹ wá pín extra code dání. Yepa. You see our life? They said we were invited. He said every disappointment is a blessing. Yesterday I was meant to be in Canada for an event to honor our veterans, those who were injured during battles, and we were supposed to be there. The same veterans that you people are not taking care of in Nigeria. I mean, which one? We were invited with our team. Half of us have gone and half have been denied. It's very disappointing. It is a clear reminder that the country must stand on its own, stand strong as a nation, and should no longer be taken for granted. Better. Now you are talking. Be a pride. They can do that to you because they know they stand gidigba. They know what they have. If you know what you have, you won't even bother to go and do that kind of a program outside Nigeria. It's supposed to be done in Nigeria. Why would you want to carry that kind of a program to go and do in a foreign country? A program involving your veterans. A program involving your country. You want to carry it to go and do in another country. For what? As what? As pé Nigeria. Ṣé Nigeria and Ghana and Canada then fight war together ní àbí báwo? Why do you want to go and do it there? They said it's a clear reminder that the country should not be taken for granted. Very good. Nobody can take a country that has all it takes to be a country. If the country do the right thing, if a country is standing on its own, if they can treat you like that as dignitaries, imagine what ordinary Nigerians are going through. Imagine what ordinary Nigerians are going through. The same veterans that you are taking care of very well in Nigeria, or which one? The same veterans. Are these veterans in Canada? Are they living in Canada? Please, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá mi pè wọlé, all of you that can talk about this thing. The number to call, +1 240 351 9287. Please call in to contribute. Ẹ dákun. Are the veterans living in UK or they are living in Nigeria? Is it the veterans you want to take to Canada? Sorry, I said UK, Canada. Are you taking the veterans to Canada? Is it the veterans that were denied or who? If Nigeria is the way it's supposed to be, every country celebrates their veterans in their country so that all the people in the army, they can participate. Why are you taking veterans out of Nigeria? Out of Nigeria to go and celebrate them in Canada? For what? All the money you are going to use, is it necessary? Can't you use that same money to develop Nigeria? You will not carry, how much did you guys allocate for that kind of trip? Can you be transparent with that first? Let us know how much you have allocated for that trip. Can you be transparent to Nigeria and account for us how much you guys allocated for each dignitary that is traveling and the person that is going to be in charge? They want to go and enjoy on behalf of the veterans. So he said there should be a refund policy. Nibo, Nigerian reacts as lady deny. Èwo tún nìyẹn? O ọ̀tọ̀ tún nìyẹn. Refund policy ke. Refund policy. Visa fee is not refundable. Visa fee. Ó ṣe Ayọ̀míkún. Olaniyi. Thank you, Abiola. So if you want to call in, please call in +1 240 351 9287. Ṣé ó yẹ kí Canada, did Canada do well or they did bad? Please call in and contribute. Somebody said wọ́n fẹ́ Japa. Somebody said transparency níbo. Aha. Canada, wetin we do you? Why you deny our leaders visa? Our defense leader, why did you deny them visa? We want to know. The man no carry diplomatic passport ní àbí báwo? Why did you deny them? They are bringing veterans from Nigeria to Canada. Canada is supposed to deny all of them, in my own opinion. Ṣé ẹ ní pé wọlé ni mí nìkan lè fẹ́ dáadáa ni? Ẹ má dá mi dá. Ẹ má dá mi dá. Àbí gbogbo yín wà níbi iṣẹ́ ni? If you call, I miss your call, I will call you back. Kí ni speaker yìí dá? Let me put on the speaker. Hold on. Ọ̀lẹ̀lẹ̀
tó wọnú ẹ̀kọ́ na be the case.
E no go comot.
Power on.
Ọ̀lẹ̀lẹ̀ tó wọnú ẹ̀kọ́. The one that has entered inside the cup na be the case of our visa.
Connected.
Government, why can't you give our Nigeria, a whole giant of Africa?
Why now?
A whole giant of Africa. Hello, ma.
Yeah, we can hear you.
A whole giant of Africa. You know what they want to go and do in Canada. You know, in the UK we have the V. So we have the V Day,
the Veterans Day,
the 80th anniversary. You know, for the World War, the Second World War.
Yeah, they do it here too.
So that's what that's all about. Okay.
But it's supposed to be celebrated in Nigeria now.
Ma?
It's supposed to be celebrated in Nigeria.
All Commonwealth countries can celebrate it in their countries. You don't have to come to the UK.
That's what I
Canada.
think too.
Because you remember the Second World War, you know, Commonwealth countries, they sent their citizens to fight during the Second World War.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But you see the cocoa of the matter. I'm glad that Canada refused them visa. And I'm hoping that they will that other Western country will follow through. And you know the orange man, your orange man.
Our
you know he's also he has also gbẹ́sẹ̀lé Abacha's money. Owó tó máa ń mú wá látọ̀run yẹn, wọ́n ti gbẹ́sẹ̀lé. Yeah.
They won't release it again.
Ó ti gbẹ́sẹ̀lé owó yẹn náà. So Nigerian, hopefully this is the beginning. Hopefully this will be the beginning for African leaders. Bóyá orí àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ wá straight, maybe. And maybe people will now learn to ask questions. Because of course, the the foreign aid. I mean, yes, it might not be a good thing that they've held on to the foreign aid.
They've held on to that. They've stopped that.
Now that they have withdrawn it, maybe everybody's head will straighten. Because every Western country too, everybody too wants to adjust their own system. But it's a good thing. But my question to these people, like you are saying, Auntie, the veterans that they want to go and honor. See, our veterans don't see Nigeria. They want to go and honor their name in Canada. The same veteran that did not pay pension. That their family won't pass in Nigeria. Auntie, remember the days of better life? Remember Maria Babangida? How should we do better life? Should we collect Kidon Poluka from the local women and go and be receiving an award abroad? History will not forget itself.
Yes, so.
So let's wait and see.
Okay, well,
I'm glad that something like this is happening.
They should
actually disgraces our
They
system.
should revenge.
And hopefully they will learn their lesson.
They should revenge.
All right.
Why Canada? Why Canada?
Revenge.
That should be the question. Why Canada? They cannot. They should deny Canadian people too now.
The education system in Nigeria is all Western education now. Did you know, Anthony, I don't know if you came across the advert of a school, of a UK school that is advertised, they actually own a school in Nigeria. They have a campus in Nigeria, and it costs £30,000.
Okay, I saw it. I saw it, and I was wondering, do people really go to such school?
Until they go.
Who are the people going? Politicians.
As the politicians, they shall go. People shall go. Because if they are not going, until you know the way you borrow now, if they are not going, they will not go and build their business there.
So after the school, how about job?
Auntie, do you not understand what's going on in Nigeria? It's brain drain system. Of course, now what they are doing with the education system is our education system is actually training people. They are training people to leave the country. Because of the education, and a child that did a British curriculum, when that child graduates, the child is not going to sit there in Nigeria now.
At all.
Or the one that did a Canadian curriculum. Even Turkey Lasson school was Nigeria. Turkey in UBB.
Wow.
As they say in their language, it is well with them.
Hey. Naija. So for somebody asking for the number.
I have a friend that has a private school. We were having a conversation, and when I asked, I said, what do you guys do? He said that the private school, that the way they run their private school in Nigeria now, from the moment you want to enroll your child, you will ask you, where do you want your child to end up? Do you want the child in America? Do you want the child in Europe? You need to say the country, and they tailor the curriculum to the country that the child wants to end up.
Wow.
It is well.
Where's the future for that country? Where's the future for that country? Thank you for your call. So for those that are asking for the number to call is +1 240. I'll put it on YouTube now. +1 240 351 9287. WhatsApp only. Remember to put +1. That is the number to call. +1 240 351 9287. That is the number to call to contribute. Wow. So why they call the pepper body? If Canada do something, you say do it back. Oton, no fighting. Canada say make una stay for our country. You want to do something for expatriates? I mean for veterans. The same veterans that are in Nigeria or they are in the country. So you carry them. Who are you? Are you carrying those veterans? You didn't mention veterans among the numbers of the people you mentioned, the defense staffs and the others. Who are the others? Who are the others that are traveling to Canada? Every country celebrates Veterans Day in their country. They do it here. They celebrate it in their country, not outside. abẹ́rí Canada bó ṣe táṣìírí wọn báyìí. SARS Canada help us expose them. So these are the kind of things you travel for. You travel for allocate fund, public fund. All of you will carry yourselves and you relocate, you go. Anyway, the number to call in to contribute is +1240 351 9287. Do you think Canada has done the right thing or they shouldn't have done this to our leaders? What do you think? Somebody said let them try France and UK. Okay, so that is the number. The number is pinned. The number is pinned on YouTube, it's pinned on Facebook. You can call to contribute. If I miss your call, I will call you back. Strictly on WhatsApp, on, oh, sorry. In your contact. If you call, I miss your call, I will call you back. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
The number is there. Edakro.
That visa for their
chief of staff, defense staff. Yes.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Yeah, you know, these Nigerian politicians, they are not going to Canada for any
veterans program.
In recent years, Canada is their new destination to buy property when they steal Nigerian money. They come because it's not easy. Hello?
Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you. I'm just saying, with your information. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they can't go to US is tough now with this Bakaba that is there now and some other things. So Canada is their new destination. They have some agents in Canada that help them to buy out. When they steal money, they bring to buy property, something like that. Now, if you look at this visa, if you apply for Canadian visa or any program in Canada, in their form, background information, they will ask you, have you ever served in any military organization?
Yes.
Have you ever served in any government that some blah blah blah? They will ask those questions. Those are the security questions, something like that. And then Nigeria, I suspect the chief of defense staff, those people, they were denied based on section 35(1)(b) of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. That if you are a senior government official, that you are in the service, that government that has been accused of human rights violations, then you are inadmissible to Canada. Not only if any police officer, if a policeman, even just a corporal, apply for Canadian visa today, and you indicate in your visa that you are a policeman, they will deny you visa because they've designated them as people that violate international human rights law.
Oh.
So that is not only the Minister of Defense. If anybody that, even if you call yourself a senior civil servant in Nigeria, they will scrutinize you very well before they give you visa, because Nigeria has been designated as a country where they violate international human rights.
Wow. Okay, now it's understandable.
Accusation about the Nigerian military. Some of their officers conniving with terrorism, all those kind of things. They have all this information. So that's why I suspect that's why they refuse them visa.
And with this social media too, exposing what is going on.
Yeah. So that's it. Even that Inspector General of Police, if you apply for Canadian visa today, they will refuse them.
Wow.
Yeah, because they have the record of how they brutalize the people who protest, all these end bad governance protests, how the minor, how they arrange the imprisoned minors, and they arrange minors in court.
But so some of them were given visa.
If the police apply for visa to Canada, they will refuse him.
But it was not all of them that was denied. Hello?
Because they have record of human rights violations on their neck. So thank you very much.
MIT, don't go yet, but some of them were giving visa now. Utilo. Wow. Ẹni yẹn ti lọ. Máa pè yín padà. I love your contribution, so I'm calling you back.
Hello?
Yeah, mo ń béèrè nǹkankan lọ́wọ́ yín. Yeah, you made a some valid points. My question is, some of them were given visa. Not all of them were refused.
Yeah, those ones that were given visa, you know, I told you they are, if you go and check, I can go and check, you go and check IRPE, Immigration and Refugee Protection Act of Canada, say senior government official. Those people that are given, they are just junior, they are just normal, maybe they are just...
Okay, so the senior ones were the ones that were mostly denied.
Yeah, but the ones, those ones that were denied, so they were the senior ones among them.
Oh, they are there.
The senior ones. But those ones that were given are those junior ones, you know, because they know that those ones, they can, because they know maybe they are all those civil servants among them, you know, something like that, maybe like permanent secretary, director, or all those kind of a thing. But the main one, all these ministers, chief of army staff, chief of those, you know, they deny them. You remember there was one policeman, one man that came to Canada, went to Canada to claim an asylum. No? And, you know, he was denied asylum because he was a police officer in Nigeria.
Wow.
Because they said that the Nigerian police, they have record of human rights violations. So, and Canada, especially Canada doesn't joke with anybody that involved in international, all this espionage, terrorism, all those kind of things. Canada doesn't joke with them.
Wow.
Once they have anything that link you to all those terrorism, human rights violations, then they will make you not admissible to that country.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Ó ti ẹ̀ dá. Nǹkan kan náà ló máa bá wa tòlú wa. So, they will get there one day. So the number to call in to contribute is +1240 351 9287. If you like to call in to contribute, okay. If I miss your call, I will call you back. All right, you are on. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. It's an amazing topic you're dealing with today, and I really thank you so much for that. First and foremost, based on what the last caller said, I think if that is actually true, that Canada is actually having, you know, these provisions to ban, you know, senior, you know, political office holders in Nigeria, I think it's going to be a very noble idea. But I've actually taken my time to think about it, that what is all this, you know, thing about Japa? Everyone wants to leave Nigeria and go elsewhere. Is it because there's nobody in Nigeria? Is it because, you know, Nigeria is that bad? But I've, you know, condensed the whole issue to one single thing. And that is basically when you look at the level of, how will I call it, the level of human rights crisis in that country, it's making the whole country so unsafe.
Yeah.
Right? Now, because these things are making the whole country so unsafe, like, wherever there's too much social crisis, businesses cannot thrive. Even if you give everybody $1 million each in the whole country. Because there's so much, you know, so much tension in the society and all that. It's making it seem as if it's uninhabitable. Now, this is the genesis of us doing Japa and all that. That's why Japa, no, after Japa, now you're in the Japa mode already. you're actually working towards probably, regularizing the country you are. And you have to deal with these issues of, what's it called? The country that is actually hosting you again will now start threatening you with visa rules changes and all that. And I've thought about it. When are we going to have that lasting rest? Now, going back to where we started from, then it's actually because, and this problem are very, very unnecessary. This problem starts from the fact that we have a society where we've made everywhere so uninhabitable that we have to live elsewhere. By the time we get to the places we go also, they make life tough for us, at least before we can actually regularize. They make life extremely tough.
Well, that's the rule. They have the rules of their country.
Mommy, ma?
I said that's the they have the rules to their country. They have the right for that. To that.
And they have the right. So my question now in the whole thing is, when are we going to have rest? So the whole solution boils down to the fact that where we're coming from, we have to create that rest for us. But how do we create that rest? Our elite would never create that rest for us.
So it's good they are denying
Canada is that. Ma?
Go ahead.
If Canada can actually have provisions like that in their immigration rules, trust me, Mommy, it's going to be a very, very novel idea. But my own issue about the whole thing now is, if really Canada is having those provisions in their, immigration rules, it has to be across board. UK, Canada, and it's not just about having these things in the rules and they make it so coded, they make it so silent. It has to be pronounced. It has to be pronounced so that they have to send this panic wave to our elite. They have to send those panic waves to our elite so that it can actually create this kind of mindset shift in them to see that it's quite important for them to make wherever we're coming from habitable. Trust me, that is the only solution. And for me, if Canada is actually doing that, I dust my hat for Canada. They're really, really taking a very, very good step, to be honest. They're really, really taking a very good step. Thank you so much, Mommy.
Thank you. Somebody said if you apply for a US visa now, they ask you to list all your social media platform you have. Wow.
Yeah. We're getting to that point. We just pray to God that God will actually make us restore,
pray.
Where we're coming from.
Pray.
Because things are very, very...
You said pray.
It's for me.
What have we achieved by prayers? Pray.
Okay, what can we do? What's the
Pray.
solution if we're not praying?
You are a member of... If you are not... Prayer is the solution. Did you just say that? I'm disappointed if you are saying that. As my follower.
To an extent, prayer is the solution. So
follower for how many years? You are talking about praying for the country. Which country? Which prayer?
What can we do?
Okay, what is going to be your...
What
will be your prayer point if you want to pray for Nigeria now? If they ask you pray for Nigeria, what are you going to pray for?
To be honest, God should touch the heart of everybody. To be honest, God should.
You will pray that God should touch the hearts of everybody. Who are the people God should touch their hearts?
Like the thing is, Mommy, a lot of times we talk about our elite and all that.
Can you just answer the question? Who are the people God should touch their hearts?
Mommy, there's no sense of citizenship in the heart of an average Nigerian. There's no sense of citizenship. An average Nigerian does not know what citizenship is all about. So it's so bad to the point that when you tell them about what citizenship is, you try to put your country first. An average Nigerian looks at you like, what's your problem? Why would you want to put your country first? Now, it now goes back to how our elites think. So the elites, they have the resources to make life difficult for people. That's the reason they're actually having their way. But my question now is, we can only say this about the elites because they are the ones, having this opportunity, to actually be more pronounced in the scheme of things. Mommy, an average Nigerian has no idea what citizenship is all about. So when I say
because we are not orientated to know that. We were not orientated. We were not trained to be to appreciate our citizenship as a country, as a people of Nigeria. We were not brought up to appreciate that. An average American, an average baby American appreciates what it is to be a citizen of America, because the country is doing what they need to do for them. What is Nigerian government doing for people that will make them to be proud and appreciate being a citizen? That is the question we should ask. Now, don't digress. Don't run away.
Okay. Yes,
Don't run away. You were talking about us praying for the country. Now, I ask you a question.
Yeah.
I asked you what was the prayer point, and I said, who are we to pray for?
Mommy, for God, okay, going back to what I said, for God should touch the heart of each and every Nigerian.
Okay,
Because
each and every
for me,
Nigeria. Are the common people the ones in charge of the affairs of the country?
Not just everyone in charge of their affairs, every Nigerian.
So by God touching the heart of everybody, Nigeria will now be okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because
Now, hold on.
Okay.
I know you are in a developed country. The developed country that you go to, most of them don't go to church. They don't even believe in God. So who is touching their hearts to do the right thing?
Now, this way is. Like, it's about their social consciousness in the advanced countries we are in.
So does it take prayers to do? Does it take prayer to get them to that point?
It's not prayer. Like, things are so bad in Nigeria to the point that we can. Okay, now we can actually then say, if we have to digress away from prayer, we can then say we should actually reorientate people. Mommy, who is going to reorientate an average Nigerian? Everybody, almost everybody.
Is it God that will orientate people?
Almost. Yeah, to orientate people to behave like normal citizens.
Is it God that will do that?
Mommy, it's like, okay, who's going to do it, Mommy? Who's going
My
who's
God,
do it?
I'm disappointed.
Me,
I'm disappointed in you with what you are saying. Seriously, yes. God is going to tell people to do the right thing. Isn't God that is telling you to do the right thing where you are? You want to take your car.
Mommy.
You want to drive. God will tell you how to drive your car.
Mommy.
How not to go over speed limits.
For me, the reason I'm saying this, okay, let me break it down this way. The reason I'm saying this is, Mommy, the way I look at an average Nigerian,
coming from a youth,
needs more than rehabilitation.
And it has to be by prayers.
So well, I think we just need a miracle for people's hearts.
Miracle?
We need a miracle. Like, to be honest, Mommy, it's that bad.
No insult on any color,
I'm not going to lie to you. All right, thank you.
Coming from a youth. If my generation is saying that, even my generation at this dispensation should not even say that. Prayer to reorientate people, to make them know their social responsibility, it will take prayers. And you live in a developed country, it is finished. As in, it is finished. Hello. No insult on any caller, please. No. You know my policy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, I just want to react to what the last caller said about praying for our leaders.
Praying for our leaders to do the right thing.
For God to touch their
hearts. Yeah.
You know, this is one of the problems. You know, that guy is trying to be politically correct. You know, they use the religion to divert people's attention from the reality. Now, they want you to pray for their leaders to do the right thing, to not to steal, Abi. You pray for your leader not to. I said average Nigerian. No, see, there's no problem with an average Nigerian. The people that are ruining that country, they are less than 5% of the population.
Less than.
And they don't. Okay, you have seen Nigerians all over the world, in America and Canada. How many of them behave the way these rooks in Nigeria behave? All these leaders. People tell you that Nigerians are not the problem. Nigerians are law-abiding people. Nigerians are hard-working people. But we have bad leaders. They have rooks in power. For example, now, they want, the other time, somebody said that they should pray for our husband to do well in the government. Now, this is the This is a man that if he has headache, small headache, he will not go to pastor and say, call your pastor, I have
headache.
stomachache, I have headache, I have knee pain, come and pay for me. For every, once they feel any ailment or headache, before you know, they take their private jet, they travel out. Either they go to France, UK,
the number is pinned
for treatment, and then when it's now all for them to do what they are supposed to do for the people, they now say pray for the leaders.
Let's pray for the leaders
to do it. And you ask the right. You ask him one germane question that the developers, people that don't have religion, China doesn't. They don't believe in God. The Chinese people, they don't believe in God, and they are doing well. Who is now touching their heart in China? The issue is this: if you steal money in China, they execute you. That's just it. It don't matter how highly placed. But in Nigeria, they celebrate thieves. Thieves are the one reading Bible verses for you there in the church. Thieves are the one preaching for them in the mosque. Something like after stealing the money, they will now go on the air. They will now declare 40 days,
100 days fasting
and prayer. They will now say pray for you after they've collected their own rubber from the national cake. Then they will now come to the people and say, let us pray for our leaders. Something like that. No, we should stop gaslighting Nigerians that they are as if Nigerian citizens are the problem. The problem
of that country.
China, go to China there. They don't believe in either Muslim or Christian. They are doing fine. Who is touching their own heart there? Is it devil? People should stop all this nonsense, all this religious nonsense.
I'm disappointed in that, my brother. He's somebody that I know very well. He's been following me. Prayer about Kai.
Prayer about I don't know, but everything.
So it's prayer that will tell.
Okay, I was discussing with one of my colleagues that we are discovering. There are so many things we see here. That boy has attention deficit hyperactive syndrome. I told the person that what is this disability? This boy's disability is in Nigeria. They will say they will be taking him from one church to another. They will say affiliate people. They will say something like that. There are so many things that they don't believe everything is natural because they want to feel religion control ọpọlọ wọn or religion yóò fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ kọ́pọlọ ẹlòmíì kó ronú bó ṣe yẹ kó ronú mọ́. Sorry for my language. People should stop all those nonsense and gaslighting Nigeria that as if Nigerians are the problems of Nigeria. You know the people that are destroyed in that. Face them. Don't think all Nigerians are bad. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Look, I was asking my brother the question. I said, you are talking that we should pray. Pray for what? Pray for the leaders that nobody teaches them before they steal money. When they are to steal money, does anybody teach them? When they are stealing money to do whatever they are doing, buy property here and there, is anybody teaching them? No. They know the right thing to do. But a country that does not have law and order, people will do anything and go scot-free. If there is law and order is what is keeping this country that we run to. It is not prayers. It is law and order. This is how things should be done. This is how you should do it. You get there, you don't do it, you pay a price for it. It's as simple as that. For those that said that is asking for my number, the number is +1 240 351 9287. If you want to contribute, +1 240 351 9287. Law and order keeps a country. Apart from the love of the country, people having love for that country. Hello?
Hello, mommy. I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not taking too much of slot.
Oh, yeah?
I'm trying to call back to correct some impression.
Okay.
So, I really want to thank the last caller, I really thank the uncle because he said something which, of course, was very, very fascinating.
Okay.
He said I was trying to be politically correct because he understood where I was coming from.
Okay.
So, saying that we should pray for people so that God can turn the hearts of people. Like, I want to establish at this point that I think that I'm almost one of the most practical people when it comes to evaluating the problems of Nigeria. I think the reason people didn't get what I was trying to say is because a lot of people downplay the problem we're facing as a country.
Downplay.
They really downplay a lot. Do you think the problem of Nigeria can be solved in the next 50 years?
Yes, it can if they want to do it. It can be done. It can be done.
Mommy.
If they are ready to do it.
We need to be okay. Mommy, the reason we can actually say it can be done and think we could just say it as though it's a walk in the park is actually because we're not paying attention to how dysfunctional people are thinking in that country. I'm so sorry to say that, but that's the way I see Nigeria for a long time. Mommy, it's only in Nigeria. Like, there was a day I was sharing the same, idea with a couple of people. And I said something to them, because sometimes there are certain things we're so used to when we're in Nigeria that when we came to advanced countries, by the time we sit back and look at it, that these things that we actually look that as though they were so normal, when we came to advanced countries, we now realize that these things were not normal. Even most of us are part of the trauma. Most of us living in advanced country, we are still trying to get out of the trauma of things we were normalizing when we were back in Nigeria. And I'll give you an example. There was a day I told a couple of my friends that, have you ever realized that it's only a Nigerian that will tell you don't know the person, and the Nigerian will be having, you'll be bantering words with a Nigerian, like probably you actually double cross yourself, on the road, and you're like, you had, some kind of altercations together. It's only a Nigerian that will tell you, do you know who I am? Mommy, that's dysfunctionality, trust me. But in Nigeria, it's a normal thing. So what am I trying to say? Mommy, the problem with the Nigerian mindset is deeper than we think. So when I said, let's just pray to God to touch the hearts of people. Because if we say we're not, the reason I'm saying praying, I'm just being, how will I call it? I'm just trying to be poetic. But in reality, we have to be I know we have to be practical. But the reason I'm talking about prayer is we need more than a miracle to touch the heart of an average Nigerian. Mommy, it's so
Thank
bad.
you.
There was a day I was reflecting on this guy's book, Reciprocity. This guy, in his book, guy said, don't die in their war. Mommy, that book is loaded. So a lot of times when I see you also fighting that, God, like you're trying to emancipate people from the shackles of religion. Mommy, do you know how difficult the task you're doing is? It's so, like, the fact that you're trying to, correct a lot of anomalies, in the Nigerian Christianity, it's not even the problem. Mommy, the people you're fighting for are worse than the people you're fighting against.
Oh, okay. So you can say that.
Huh?
Money, you can say that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you for your contribution so that somebody else can call it again.
The dysfunctional level of the Nigerian mindset. Before we can say, oh, yeah, we can fix the Nigerian mindset and all. Mommy, things are worse than we think.
So you think it is not possible to redeem that country if we have the right people there? The problem is the people we have in that country, they are not ready to do anything, and they don't want people that will do it to get there. To tell me that in the next 50 years it is not possible, that is a lie. All we need are willing people. Possible. Willing people that are honest, that want something good for that country. All that country needs is law and order to be put in place. Law and order. Implementing the law.
Know,
but they will not do it.
Mommy,
that is what they are using in this country to build this country now. Can you go to the streets and drive? And drive anyhow.
I'm actually telling you about the
camera is there to capture you without anybody chasing you.
How do I mean by that?
That is law.
Mommy,
That is law.
We're talking about people.
No, he cannot
whose
brainwash it
mindset
with
has
law.
actually
All
been-
he's saying, àmì òkòwò nǹkan tó ń sọ jẹ, kò lè brainwash mi. Kò lè kó mi lómi ọbẹ̀ jẹ because I'm close to him. Irọ́ ló pa.
But mommy, things are deeper
Pray
than
for
we
what?
think.
Stop even this your prayer
It's
thing
not
that you are
that
even
to the extent that-
talking about.
Mommy, okay, let me give you an example.
Kí ló fi tòlú yìí?
We are,
Nobody will chase you to do what the right thing in this country.
mommy, let me give you an example. Like, I don't want us to digest for what I'm
Ó
saying.
yá, jẹ́
I'm
kẹ́
talking
lómi
about
pè
the
wọlé,
essence
ó
of
dàbọ̀.
problem.
Jẹ́ kẹ́ lómi pè wọlé, mo ti fún ẹ ní more than enough time.
All right, mom.
Yeah, thank you, dear. So for you to call in, the number is +1 240 351 9287. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take much. Why is it that our leaders are crying that they deny them visa? It is law and order. The law is there. Implementing of the law is there. We don't want so people. It is not a situation whereby somebody will go and bribe somebody. Or somebody will say, I'm writing a note. This person is so. Break the protocol and do it for that person. Those are the things that has finished that country. But we come to this country, that same law, we follow it. Rwanda is working now, gradually. If Rwanda can do it, despite what they have gone through, they are building their country gradually now. Why are we saying Nigerian cannot do it? Now they are crying that they deny them visa. They want to do Veterans Day in Canada for veterans that are living in Nigeria. Are these veterans living in Canada? That is where things are working. Those are countries that know what it is to implement law, to put things into place. You people are spoiling Nigeria. You are still rushing outside to go and do what? Those people have every legitimate right to deny them. So the number to call if you want to call in is +1 240 351 9287. This is getting interesting. Our leaders, the defense minister was denied visa along with some notable people in Nigeria. That is what we are discussing. Do you think it is right for Canada to deny them? Do you think Canada has done well? Can Nigeria reciprocate and pay Canada back with what they have done? If I miss your call, I will call you back. Prayer, okay. Which country are they praying for? The 50 years we have been praying. Hello, you are online, caller.
Yes, sir. I think prayer is overrated. Honestly, like there are certain things that God has given us the power to do, and we don't need to pray to Him to do. Like, no matter how much you pray for Nigeria, if people are not willing to behave the way they're supposed to behave, the country will not change. It is not God that will come and build the country for us. God has given us everything that we need. We have so much land, so much natural resources, good weather.
Exactly.
The human resources, they're there.
The brain is there.
God has given us everything that we need. The things that we cannot do for ourselves, God has done for us. And He has also given us the power to do those things that we need to do for ourselves. So, there are certain things that God cannot do because He doesn't use His power anyhow. So no matter how much you pray that God should touch the hearts of Nigerians, God should touch the heart of our leaders, if our leaders, if they don't want to behave the way they ought to behave, God cannot help us. He cannot. Because He won't force us to do what we are supposed to do. He won't force us to behave correctly. Religious extremism is a serious problem in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You know, there's
really
a way
messed
you
us up.
preach Christianity and it will reduce the intelligence, as in the IQ of people.
I'm even surprised with the person that called.
The thing with the Bible is that you can make it to say anything that you want it to say. And most churches and most pastors, they are bad. I'm just being honest. We only have a few good churches and a few good church leaders. And the bad ones, they are more loud and visible than the good ones. That's the unfortunate thing. So all these prayer, look at nations that are developed. All they are just doing is they're just using godly principles. That's all they've just done. They've just used godly principles to build their nations. And that's what we need to do too. All these prayer. We're just wasting our time.
So are we saying our people don't know these godly principles?
You know what? That's a good question. I think the problem is that our people don't even want to change. Honestly, they don't want to repent. They don't want to change from their wicked ways. That's the honest truth. They know what to do, but they don't want to do it.
Thank you very much.
Our leaders know what to do. They travel abroad. They see what abroad looks like.
Definitely.
But because of greed, because of selfishness, because of self-centeredness, they don't want to do it.
Thank you very much. So we can pick the call of another person.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah, bye.
That call, that my baby caller here dampen my mood. Prayer. And you have been following this my page. Prayer. Honestly, if I miss your call, I'll call you back. The number to call if you want to contribute is +1 240 351 9287. Nigerian leaders were denied visa by Canada, and then they para. Then they wonder why they have to deny them visa. Canada said, don't come to our country to come and celebrate Veterans Day. I'm calling you back, Ola. Eba and pick a call. I should forgive my son. Me, in each choice, I will forgive him. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
You are connected, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. You are connected. Hello. You are on, sir.
Yeah. Good evening. I just want to respond to what the topic of the day regarding what happened.
The visa denial.
Concerning the rejection of by the Canadian government, the denial of the visas.
Yes, sir.
You know, the message is clear. The message is this: and have respect for human beings. I think that's just a simple message that they should go. It's time for them. It's even long overdue for them to build their country.
That's right.
Yeah, if this thing that happened, if it happens every day to the common man,
exactly.
It denies visas to ordinary people, and it's like normal. Now it has happened to the elites, and it's not paining them. It's not paining them. That is to tell you what the injury they've done to their own country.
Exactly.
They did a very, very, very big injustice.
Yeah.
This to show them that this is a cry that the ordinary people has been crying, has been crying, or people has been trying to Japa, has been trying to leave this country. That's to tell you the devastating effect, what the damage they've done to this very, very, very great country. And now the same thing that has happened to them now. I think it's a very, 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 it's a message for them that it's hard time they build their country. They have what it takes to build their country and have respect for their citizens.
That's it. It's simple.
That's just it. It's a message.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a message. Yeah. They could have sworn giving. They could have sworn giving those guys visa. They are big guys. They are not poor people. They are not ordinary people. They could have sworn giving them visas. But it's a message. God allowed some certain things to happen so that they will also feel what the ordinary people are feeling.
And remember, my brother, don't go. Remember, in Canada now, our people are flooded in Canada, stressing them in Canada.
Okay.
I'm sure. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Canada is spending so much on refugees and everything. Even UK. So those are the things they will look at and say, no, go and take care of your country. Go and do the needful. Human rights abuse and everything is there. You guys have money and all that.
Oh, that is it. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
The news is verified, it's everywhere.
Yes.
Chijoke.
It's simple. They want just imagine what they are denying for. Yeah, imagine what they are denying for. Just every little thing you want to have the luxury oversee. You want to treat ordinary malaria.
They travel out. The line is breaking. Network. Oh. Network. The network. This caller made a valid point concerning ordinary Nigerians. Remember how many Nigerians have lost a lot of money trying to secure Canadian visa because Nigeria is not working. And that is people that will carry all their savings, all their life savings. Some will sell property to process this visa. People are scamming them. All those things are going on. They are comfortable. They are looking. Now it has come to them. They now feel Canada has done bad. That they should start go and tighten everything. If Canada come for visa, don't give them Nigerian visa. It's as simple as ABC. Do me, I do you. God know the vex. I'm calling you back. Do me, I do you. God no go vex. An ordinary Nigerian do not even have any other option. They don't have, many people don't have anywhere to go. They are stuck. They are managing. They are suffering. Hello to Nigeria, she na Canada do am. Canada is not just doing it. Canada is going through a lot already on their own. There is a particular guy on Instagram and TikTok. Go and see how many people are homeless in Canada. Nigerians are there. Many of them are refugees. The Canada government is feeding them, housing them, medical, it's on the Canada government. You are not even doing that for your own citizens back home. Look at, somebody said a lot of Nigerian students are in the street begging for money, food, school fees, and accommodation in Canada. Those are people that their parents do not have any other means that they have sent them there. Now it now come to you. You are now vexing. Now go vex tire. This is very good. And we are hoping that other countries, hopefully America will take it, will do itself. Because the orange man, that one is not joking with anybody. He doesn't even like Africa. He has made it clear. So it remains America. You want to celebrate Veteran Day. You are going to Canada. You are not staying in your country where the veterans are living. So who are the veterans that they give visa to? Who are the veterans that were collected that visa? At least it is not all of you that they deny visa. It is not all of you. They deny the senior ones. How about the junior ones? How about the junior ones? Some people were giving visa. If I miss your call, I will call you back. So we are just starting. Help us to build Africa. Help us to build Nigeria. It's not everybody that will run it, that can have opportunity to run it. Good afternoon. You are welcome.
Yes, ma. I just want to contribute to that.
Please go ahead.
Because a lot of things, like, I don't know, you can't blame, like, the people of Nigeria. They spot that chance of getting, like, Canadian visa. There was a time that, I think, like, 2 years ago, Canada was, like maybe, will I say open the door, kind of. Like, so people were getting, like, visas, visiting visas, and they came into the country. People got, like, study permits, because there was a time that it was really hard to get, like, Canada visa, like, to come and study here or do anything. But around that year, after COVID, it became, like, very easy for people to come in. And trust, Nigerians to take advantage of this. People came to study, and the next thing, what they were doing was going to claim asylum and things like that. So that system is messed up already. So they've kind of shut the door, especially maybe to Nigeria. So that's just like basically my own contribution, like how, we ourselves, we have kind of shut that door towards it, and we are not coming for the exact thing what we say we're coming to do in the country. And I understand.
Yeah, because people are trying to escape what is going on back home. So you wouldn't blame them.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not blaming them. I'm just
but
saying,
it is good that our leaders are having a dose of what is going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good that it's back on them.
Yeah. So it's going to shut. So it's like something that is going to be hard.
So is it that it's getting tougher now?
The way they used to get it before. Ma?
I said, is it getting tougher now as it is? Are you saying it's getting tougher now?
Very tough. Very, very tough. Very tough. Especially people that came in with visiting visa, they will just, the next thing is, Kawasaki. That's the next
Somebody
thing.
just commented, he said they start claiming Aduro once they come in as a student.
Yes, ma'am. Why would you say you're coming? And honestly, I as much as we don't blame them, but it's not fair. Because I came through that, like the study route process to Canada. And when you're applying for that first study permit, they'll ask you, money, I have this money for your, allowances and everything. You're supposed to, you show the government that. And you will not come in and say, I don't have it anymore. Not like I want to claim asylum. It's very sad. And Canada is so generous that when you come in and you come in to claim the asylum, they, immediately give you the legal fee is on them, medical is on them. They give them some allowances, like money, to take care of themselves. And do you know what people do again? When they get jobs, so that money is supposed to stop when you get because they give you a work permit. Guess what? They will still go and be doing some form of under the table stuff, and they will still be collecting that money from the government. It's just a lot.
Somebody said it's not because of Nigerians alone. It's just a general thing that they are tightening their. Somebody commented now is that it's not because of Nigerians alone, but general immigration. They are tightening their immigration threshold.
Yes, and these are the major. It's like a loophole, and that a lot of people took advantage of, and all that. So it's not only so everything, and it's so sad because it's going to affect people with genuine reason, that wants to come. They actually have their money to come and study here and things like that. So everybody, now, I know about more than 10 people that actually have the money. They've denied all of them visas. They've denied all of them. So it's really, really sad. But as I said, I'm not going to blame them. The country is bad. So that's my contribution, ma.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
You see, these are the things that are spoiling chances for others. If I miss your call, I'll call you back. Don't worry. The number to call to contribute is +1 240 351 9287. Our leaders were denied Canadian visa. Is this okay for Canada to treat them so, being our leaders? Hello, you are on. Caller.
Hello, good evening, Auntie Adoni.
Good evening.
My name is Debbie.
Good evening.
Okay.
My daughter named
So I just want to make a comment on this, refusal of visa to our leaders. By Canada. I say it's a good step in the right direction. Because this kind of thing is what would make them to come to their senses.
Hopefully.
Since they refuse to have sense.
Hopefully.
In fact, I want it to happen more all over the world.
Hopefully.
Let it become the order of the day for our leaders to be denied visas. Perhaps that is the only thing that can drive, that can bring them to their senses to do what they need to do.
Do the right thing in the
country.
country.
Shame.
Especially
to Nigerians. And a shame to the whole world. I'm very happy to hear such thing happening. So I very much support it. And then talking to what the other caller said about, 50 years, I get what he meant. Because he's saying the level of, degradation
in the country
of mindset of Nigerians. And then we are saying, okay, he said prayer. Yes, I know prayer is not what will change people. But something has to happen, like this kind of drastic steps by the Canadian leaders to refuse them. If something has to happen, but just waiting for them on their own to have sense and begin to do the right thing is not going to happen. So when I mean drastic steps, like, we Nigerians, like people like you are doing something. It may appear that it's not significant, but, you are making an impact. Maybe we're talking and acting against and, revolting against these things.
Power of social media, bringing out what is going on.
Yes. Those are the only things. Something has to happen. We can't just keep quiet. They can never wake up one day and everybody, they will just decide to do the right thing. If care is not taken, they will continue. The wrong people continue to come to power. They will look at the 2023. Even when people try to make efforts for a change to vote somebody in, but they will still find a way. So, but we just sort of use, and, most people just who are suffering, most of us, we just keep quiet, and so they continue. So it's a welcome development, and I pray that even the U.S. and many other developed countries continue to do the same to them. That's the only thing that can, they don't have any, to say they are trying to revolt against it, they are just a bunch of fools. If they are even making any, they are still talking. If they are still talking to challenge what they did to them. So that's just all I want to say. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You are making an impact. And by God's grace, someday Nigeria will move forward for good.
Hopefully. Thank you very much. Can you guys still hear me on Facebook?
Well done, ma.
Thank you, sis.
Yes.
Can you hear me on Facebook? It seems the volume microphone is.
Okay, I'm on YouTube.
Okay, you are on YouTube.
I usually see you on YouTube. I'm not.
Let me check on Facebook. I don't know. The microphone is not moving. The microphone doesn't seem like it's moving. Please, I need some comment to know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's okay now. It's okay now. I can see it now. It's okay. Now, most of our leaders, they travel out to go and do medical too. We don't have good hospitals back home. Hello?
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know you are still online. Sorry. I thought you were done.
Okay, I'm done actually. So
all right, thank you.
Sorry for that.
Dear Medica, the line is open. If you call me, I miss your call. You can call now. The line is open. It seems my line is jammed with another person's line, so I will wait for you to call back by yourself. If you want to call in, the number to call in is +1 240 351 9287. Hospitals 0. When they are sick, they quickly enter private jet. Off they go. We need good hospitals in Nigeria. Help us fix that country. Hello, brother, you are on, sir.
Good evening, Antiagoni.
Good evening,
This is Paul calling from Belgium.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
How are you?
Fine, thank you for asking.
Okay, glad to listen to your show and everything. You see, one thing with our people is that when you left Nigeria and you come to a place, whether it is Nigeria or any other African country, I don't know why our people like to disgrace themselves. Something they made for a purpose, giving you the opportunity. Okay, you've taken asylum, fine. And they are paying you money that will be enough for you to live on. Where you were coming, you had nothing. And now, when you now get a work, you are still taking the money for asylum when you are not supposed to. So, and you are stressing the Canadian government. The burden will be so much because the money they are supposed to use to pay the asylum seekers, They are paying you that is working, and they are also paying the asylum people.
Thank you.
And you will not come out now to come and say fight against it. Why are you fighting against it? You are the cause of your own problem. You are the cause of your own problem because you can't reason. You see, and I believe most of these people doing this thing, they call themselves Christians. And they think that's the way to be a Christian, by being smart and taking money that does not belong to you. You know? So please, I don't know the reason why people should be behaving like animals. Sorry to say that anyway. You know? You have to make use of your brain. You take what belongs to you and let the government, you have come to a place where the system is planned and the system is working. Why do you want to disorganize it? And you make it a shithole like where you're coming from. So you can't blame them for what they are doing. And there is one thing I want to say to you. Honestly speaking, I thank God for what you are doing. But sometimes, there was a video you made about helping people who are kicked out of their churches. They don't deserve any help. Honestly speaking, they don't deserve it.
Yeah, I said that I've stopped. If you watch my video yesterday, I said it that I'm not doing anything about church anymore. That I've tried my best, I've sanitized, I've done enough awareness. Anybody have problem with them, that's their problem. It's not
I'm very happy when I heard. I'm very happy when I heard that.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, for the past 3 or 4 years now, if not that I have committed myself to train my cousin's son in the university, he's reading medicine. If I have not committed myself to be helping him pay his school fees and do everything, I wouldn't give a dime or a penny of mine to any person living in Nigeria. Let them suffer. If they want to save themselves, let them save themselves. Nobody's going to save them. It's not prayer will not save them, whether they like it or not. That's the truth. People here fought for their deliverance. They fight for their living and everything. Where I am living, if they put a protest, everybody go and nothing happens, and the next day or after 2 or 3 days or 4 days or 1 week, what they protested for would be you will see it being implemented in their system. Because it's their legitimate right to protest. But Nigeria, they are not united. They are only united in crime. It's not my turn. It's not my turn. The moment you have money, you want to oppress the other ones. That's how they want to live. They don't make use of their brain. So please, as much as people, if people can discipline themselves and not give any helping assistance to any of them, let them sort themselves out.
Thank you, my brother.
It's as simple as that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, take care and God bless.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Now, about the 2 last callers made something very, very important when they were talking. Okay, let me call this caller. There's something I want to say. There was this video I posted. Somebody said that our view may not be popular, but should we be celebrating the humiliation of our government officials? Where is our national pride? Fumi Komolafe Jola Osho, maybe the question you should ask, you should say, the statement you should make is that, what has our government done for us to support them? For that person, Fumi Kola Osho, Jola Osho, what has our government done for us to give them the support they need in this time of period? You say, are we supposed to be celebrating the humiliation? Have they not humiliated us by the way we have to start running from one country or the other for greener pasture? Have they not humiliated us by not giving us education, free education at any level for our children? We pay for nursery, from nursery to primary to secondary to university. Do you know how much some of us paid? Do you know how much people are paying for secondary school? When we relocate here, we don't pay for secondary school. Our children go to free school. When children are at a certain age, they go to hospital. There is no, they treat them. Even as you are, if you are sick as an adult, they will treat you first before they ask for money. Can you walk into any Nigerian hospital, even government hospital, without paying anything? And they will treat you. The question you should ask is, what has our government done for us that will make us to be proud of our government and support them? Patriotism comes with prices. The government will have paid price for the people to be patriotic. America paid price. And that is why their people will continue to say, God bless America. Even with what is going on now, they are not speaking so much bad about their country. All they are saying is that 4 years will soon pass. 4 years will soon pass. They are not wishing the country to go bad. When a country where they are using power to oppress people, they will use police to oppress people. So it is that kind of government we should support and clap for. Let me pick this person's caller, then I will say something. There was this video I posted some days ago about a woman that did a citizenship test using different wig. I have an information about that. My darling brother, you are on, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I wanted to contribute to, the program that you had today.
Go on, sir.
Which is a very, very, I think is a high time, because what the Canadian government did is a very welcome development that they did, because this thing has been going on for so long, and is another kind of like avenue to kind of like loot the money of the treasury of Nigerian government, because other countries that they've been sending their military personnel all around the world, right? They whatever celebration that they want to do, they do all their celebration in their country.
In their
country. Go nowhere.
Uh-huh.
They don't go anywhere. It's supposed to be in the sovereign. It's supposed to be in the sovereignty of that country.
Of that country.
Not going to another man's country. Even Canada.
So go and celebrate something of a national honor, national program.
Yes, because although even though like in the military world, another country should not know anything that the military government, like the military of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is even doing. It is a national threat. Even if Canada is not invading Nigeria, but still, in a military code, it's a national threat. Canada should not know anything about the military force of Nigeria. Likewise, Nigeria too should not know anything about the military force of Canada, unless the two countries are going to war with each other.
You can't hear on Facebook. No voice.
Go ahead, man.
No, they say they can't hear me on Facebook. Hold on, please. Hold on. You are passing a very nice information. So, hold on, please. How about now?
Yes, ma'am.
Facebook. I am tired of Facebook stress. How about now? No sound. Okay, let me close it.
I think they are attacking your Facebook big time.
How about now? I think it's back. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Please signify. Let me know. Kindly comment yes. Okay, let me look at it by myself here so that I can continue. No, there should be sound now. There should be sound now. I close the app and return it. Please hold on. I want everybody to hear you. Go to on Facebook and.
No problem.
There is sound now. I close the app. Okay, it's now. Okay, go on. It's on now. We are back.
Okay, ma.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll retract my steps a little bit.
Yeah,
so
please.
Other people that did not hear me will be able to hear what I said.
Yeah.
I said, for the fact that Nigerian military, the Nigerian military are leaving they left the shores of Nigeria
territory
to go to another country to discuss about the anything military might of Nigeria in another country alone. It is the most disgraceful thing that can ever happen to any country. Because the Canadian government have no type of right under any law on the face of the earth to want to know what Nigerian government are doing in their military discussion. So leaving the shores of Nigeria to another man's land to discuss about your security alone has already shown the incompetence of the entire Nigerian government. Because whatever they would discuss, even though if they are doing celebration, whatever discussion they would discuss, yes, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, we can hear you. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why I talk in between. People will think you don't hear them, but people will say, until let them talk. You see, you feel like I'm not hearing you. We can hear you loud and clear.
Whatever meeting they want to do, whatever events they want to do, as long as it's anything military, it should not leave the shores of Nigeria.
Correct.
It should not. It should not leave the shores of Nigeria, because that right there, Nigeria is under the Nigeria government. They took their national security and they are handing it over to the Canadian government. That's what they are doing.
Exactly.
So what they are, if they decide that they want to go to Canada for any type of summit or any type of meeting, it is corruption. There's corruption behind it. They are looking for a way to loot the money. That's what they are doing. Because the National Assembly have to release whatever money that they will spend in Canada for the department of for the military department. Then that's when they will schedule whatever they want to do in Canada. So, the first question that you asked when you started the show, how much did they allocate for this meeting?
For the program.
So-called Canada.
For the trip.
For the trip. How much did the National Assembly of Nigeria, how much did they allocate for that trip? That's why I really like. That's why I really like the statement that you made when you first started the show. That question, you asked that question, and that question is a very, very valid question that every well-wishing Nigeria should be asking that same question from the Nigerian government. And it is the presidency of Nigeria, they are the one that's supposed to come out and answer this question, because the number one responsibility of the presidency of the Nigeria, it is the national security of the Nigerian state. And those are the military. Because since when I've been in this United States of America, I have never seen it one day that American government will say they want to go to a meeting in another person's land. It is never going to happen. It is never going to happen.
Somebody said, were they even invited for any program there? Was there any letter of invitation for them to say they want to go to Canada?
These are the questions. These are the questions that every Nigerian should be asking the presidency of Nigeria.
Who is hosting them there? Who is asking them to come?
Exactly. Who invited them? Is it Justin Trudeau? Is it the minister? Is it the chief of army staff of Canada? Who invited them to even come to Canada in the first place? These are the questions. And one of my uncle that called in earlier, he made a valid point about, like people not to give anybody in Nigeria money like in Nigeria anymore. That statement might sound harsh to some people's ears, but in reality, I cannot support. I support his statement, because as at last year, 2024, when I was checking the statistics of money that was sent to Nigeria, the Nigerian diaspora all around the world, we sent almost $44.2 billion to Nigeria in 2024. Where are all those money that the Nigerians, the taxes that Nigerian government took from those money that was remitted? Where are those money? You see, the corruption in Nigeria has gone beyond anything anybody can even see. To the point that yesterday, I was on social media I was just scrolling up and down on social media, and a video popped up
One of my friend that we graduated high school together is working in a construction company now in Nigeria. He was one of those people that was building this so-called, I don't know the church that has it, but the name of that place is called the Ark.
The Ark. That is Oyedepo niyen.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I saw the video of that Ark that is still under construction, Auntie Aduni, I wept for Nigeria. I said, so this massive structure is what they want to put people to come and be worshiping God. Something that can build at least 3, 4, 5 Amazon warehouse without an inch, and employ people in that type of places. You know how many jobs that will create. Auntie Adunima, I don't know, maybe you know San Siro Stadium, the San Siro Stadium. This Ark is bigger than San Siro. I can bet it. Just for what I saw. Just for what I saw.
Yeah, it's very huge.
The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in England, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. I can bet you that the Ark is bigger than that stadium. And it's like somebody using a national stadium for religious reasons. And I wait for Nigeria that after now they will say there's no progress in that. How would there be a progress when somebody is building a stadium to pack people inside to worship God
and pray for the same job and pray for better life?
Job. So there was a statement that one of my auntie that called in that she mentioned that I wrote it down. I wrote it down in my diary. That my auntie that called in this your same program that you are doing today. She said one of the biggest problem of Nigeria is religious mentality. So if Nigerians cannot ask significant questions about minor things.
Fumi Jola Osho, sorry, I want to respond to somebody. You say a lot of the callers here are not informed. They were invited for Veterans International Program. Many of these Nigerians abroad are simply educated illiterate. So there is no corruption in Canada or America. Is corruption a Yoruba word abi? Ematara le yin lopo. Are you here to fight for the government or what? Or are you a part of the government?
Auntie Aduni.
They are going for veterans program.
What did that person say? She said national veteran what?
National Veterans Day. No fe lo fun.
National Veterans Day. Okay. How many is it Nigeria alone that Nigeria military has veterans? How many countries do we have on the planet Earth? Do you think Canada will invite Nigeria alone for veterans? What about United States? What about Great Britain?
Then what
about the entire country in Asia? What about the entire country in the Middle East? What about Auntie Aduni, you see some Nigerians, their brain is under their shoe.
I want Nigeria participate in the war.
Before they argue, they don't think before they argue. So Auntie Aduni, you don't need to answer.
Anyway, Canada has denied them. What is denying
objectively? I will answer that person for you objectively. So Nigerian military is the only one that has veterans. Is that what the person is telling me? What about the other countries? That's the question that I have for that person.
If they were invited, why were they denied?
To comment under the comment section. If that person knows that they have some type of brain in their head, person should comment back.
If they were invited, why were they denied?
Yes, ma'am.
If they were invited, why were they denied?
Exactly. Why were they denied? That's another question.
If they were invited, why did they deny them? Why don't deny them?
Why did they deny them? Because if Canada government invites a military personnel, it's not going to come from the immigration. It will come from the president of Canada itself or the prime minister of Canada itself.
And they will say the reason.
Executive order signature that I want the military personnel of Nigeria to come to Canada on a special visit.
Where is their invitation card? Our invitation letter for the program?
There is nobody in Canada. There is no police officer, no immigration that will turn those people around because it is the Prime Minister of Canada that invited them himself. So If somebody is saying that us that will go to we are not in Nigeria, we in the diaspora, we don't like Nigeria. Hey, listen, when we came to this diaspora, we didn't just come and make money. We came here to study and have some type of brain in our head. Not the riff-raff education that they have in Nigeria. We came here to study. That's what we came to do, and have critical thinking. Not just think. Critical thinking. That's
the
what
person on you didn't know they were invited.
We think before we talk. We don't just open our mouth. We think before we talk. We think. We open our brains and think before we talk. That's what we came here to do. So nobody should come.
Where's their letter of invitation?
And write some jargons that doesn't make no sense.
If they invited, why did they deny them?
Exactly. Critical thinking. Before you ask questions, think critical before you ask a question. Don't just ask questions. Ask a question that people can interact with.
Many countries now are refusing them. Thank you very much for calling.
Yes, ma'am.
Either they were invited, either they want to go and celebrate, they were refused. And they were refused. They didn't refuse the junior people, they refused the senior people. Why were they refused? That is what we are discussing. Were they supposed to be refused? If you say we should respect them, if Canada, even if we respect them, Canada does not respect them, what do you want us to do? Canada said they don't recognize them. Canada said they don't acknowledge them. Canada said don't come to our country. So which one can be our one? Where they vex for us? Were they part of, did they help them to fight the war? That they want to go and celebrate Veterans Day? Yeah, International Veterans Day in Canada. That is the question. Are they going with Nigerian veterans? Veterans in Nigeria, part of them are going for that program. How much was allocated for the program? What deny one? You first said we are celebrating, we are clapping for the government that denied them. Why won't we clap for them? Canada, go to HELL, go and ask the ambassador. Ẹ wá ọ̀rọ̀ míì sọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mà ka ẹ lára gan kẹ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ka ẹ lára gan o. A ní kẹ́ ṣe back to sender fún mi. If you are a government officials, ẹ ṣe back to sender fún àwọn Canada. Cancel all their citizens tó wà lọ́dọ̀ yín, cancel their visa and tell them to go back to their country. It's very easy. That is what they would have done. Go and do it for them. Send them back to their country. Do it back for them. Call them up, lágbára. That's what you should do now. Àbí àwa ni Canadian government so deny wọn ni. Àbí kí ló ń pa àwọn tó ń ṣe visa. Má fi kan ra ìtàmájé.
Hello.
Akola deny one visa now. Hello, you are on. Hello.
Yeah. You know, I said it earlier.
Somebody said, does Nigeria celebrate Veterans Day? Oh, yeah, man.
You know, that person said that we are educated illiterate. Okay. Canada celebrate their veterans on, I think, November 5. Every year. That's what they call Remembrance Day year. So I don't know the kind of veterans.
I want to celebrate it. America celebrated in November.
February.
America celebrated their own in November.
Canada, yes, in November. That's the day we call Remembrance Day, and it's a public holiday here in Canada.
Same thing here too.
Now, and then all this, that we have some patriotic Nigeria from abroad. They are patriotic Nigeria from abroad. They will tell you on every October you see them with green, white, green. They will be as if they own Nigeria. Whereas they can't live in the country they say they are patriotic to. If you are patriotic to Nigeria, if you look at that person, the person may be living inside Canada. Yeah. you run away from the country because you run away from the country due to the economic hardship. You are living in another person's land, and you are saying you are patriotic to Nigeria. What kind of, if you are patriotic,
patriotism, you will stay in the country. Patriotism, you will not even travel out of your country.
You will stay in that country
for any reason.
I remember there's one Moroccan. He came to Canada to study. He left Canada on the day he finished his final exam. He said, when we asked him, why didn't you wait for your postgraduate work permit? He said, I don't need their work permit. I'm going back to my country. Sometimes those are the patriotic citizens of their country. But you run away from the economic hardship those folks created for you. Then you are now in Canada or US doing patriotic Nigeria. And then the second one is that, I saw, you see, these are the people that buy, these are the people that help them steal money. When politicians steal money from Nigeria and they launder the money to abroad, some people help them to keep the money. Some people help them to buy properties. These are the people that help them to buy those properties. They hate them. That's why if you look at that person, everything in their life, they achieve everything they achieve in their life through corruption. These are the people that when they Japa to Canada or US, they were still collecting salary. They were still collecting.
Oh yes, most of civil servants do that. Yes, 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 and they are not in the country anymore. They are part of the people complaining Nigeria is not good. You are right, sir.
These are them. You know them. You know them. That's when you see their comments. You know them. We know them. Nigeria.
Brother Wabinuton. Nigeria something is January. November ni TTB. Army Day. That is the one somebody was calling saying that does Nigeria do Veterans Day? That is Army Day in Nigeria. Armed Forces Remembrance Day in Nigeria, and it's celebrated in January, but I'm not sure of the particular dates. If they deny you visa, deny them visa back. And if you are talking about patriotism, people that are patriotic do not leave their country to go and seek medical help in another country. They make sure their country works. They make sure everything is working in their country. That is what you call patriotism. They make sure education is okay. Railroad is good. Constant lights. There is job. Education is okay. Medical is okay. Everything that will make people to stay in that country and love that country, they will make sure it is there. That is what is called patriotism. Before you say we are not patriotic, ask the people that you are fighting for, are they patriotic? How patriotic are they? Patriotism is when you get to that position to make things work for your country, you do it. If you don't do it, another country say don't come to our country, they have the right to say it. It's their country. Just like you have the right to say, you too don't come to our country. If I miss your call, I will call back. Then we should be rounding up soon. I'm trying to call you back. Oh, and you take me. Tunde Olani, good evening. Yes, Nigeria needs to respond back. They should deny them or send their people back to Canada too. That's how to do it now. If you call back, we are calling you back. So 1 or 2 more calls, then we'll stop. Me, if I show me tell I don't think I can do that anymore. Olagbara. Sister Wema Binu o. Àwa kọ́ ní Canada. Fumilayo, Jola Osho. We are not hello? Hello, you are on, sir.
Yeah, I just want to make
my contribution. What the Nigerians went for is what is called Invictus Games. It's like an Olympics for injured servicemen all over the world. So what the Canadian government rightly did is to deny those officers that have no business in the games at all, which is good. So it's not that they are going for army games.
They say they are going for one veterans program.
So it's called Invictus Games. Invictus Games.
Invictus Game.
Yes. So it's Prince Charles that started this many years ago.
So where is veteran coming into the whole thing?
Injured servicemen around the world.
Okay.
So it's like so all the injured servicemen around the world, they will come and compete in different games, just like Paralympics.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's meant for veteran soldiers that were injured in different wars.
But those kind of people, are they well taken care of in Nigeria?
That is the thing. They are not.
So why are they taking them abroad to go and do what?
So
why not just give them the money?
What even happens is that maybe, don't be surprised. Maybe they just take one or two, and then the rest they are officers that have no business in the game. They will not collect. They will be collecting, all the money that is meant for the even the athletes. They will pocket it. So it's a very good thing that the Canadian government did to deny them.
Oh, okay. So
because
it was
you have
a
no
game.
business. Even in football, Olympics, the main Olympics, the athletes, the number of officials will be much more than the athletes. In fact, some even include their wives and their children.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. So that is it's just a game for veterans.
Okay, thank you.
Injured veterans.
Thank you for telling us. Thank you. Now, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
So we'll be stopping very soon. Fumi Jola Osho, you said your friend died in America because she couldn't pay for toothache. You see, when we say a system is working, they expect you to do the right thing. If you are in America, you need insurance. Even without insurance, if you call 911, they will still attend to you. One come so irú toothache wo ló pa friend there. Is it truly toothache that killed your friend or something else? You are expected to have insurance. If you come to their country, they are saying they don't want people who are not supposed to be there to be there. To be sick, as somebody to you don't have papers, it is tough to go to the hospital because you are not part of them. But as a citizen, all they need is your social security, your name, your address, and you will not be afraid to tell them because you live in the country. Sure, I mean, yeah. So if your friend now come and for toothache now Paida, there is more to the story. Maybe you should find out what caused it. Does she have papers? Was she visiting? Did she go to the hospital? Was she not attended to? Because a meanwhile we pay, even without papers, to buy you pay 911, they will still answer you. The number to call is +1 240 351 9287. Oluwafunmilayo Odunjo, that is the number to call. So if we get the initial information wrong, it was what we saw online, that they were going for a veterans program. What we saw online is what we follow. But this last caller said they were going for a program where injured veterans are going to participate. So the number is open if you want to call, +1 240 351 9287. Tikanabada Bashakosi, Shakosiwan is very simple. If they do that, you to do it to them back. That is how to do it. Flex, show your power too as a country. This is country to country. This is not about supporting Canada. Tabade supports Canada. Maybe because Canada gave us something. Lọ́sùn Fúnmiláyọ̀ wọn pè ẹ́ ń bí lọ́sùn kò kúrò ń bí. ṣé mo àwọn pè ẹ́ ń bí lọ́sùn náà àbíjà wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ni if you go to a platform kan tó ń sọ ò láìkẹ́ wá kúrò lọ́sùn lọ́sùn not everybody that is in you give it back to them. That is it. That is what I want to hear. Jola Osho, show Canada how powerful Nigeria is. Yemi kota and son nìyẹn. Flex the power. Let them know Nigeria has the power to do and undo too. Show it to them. That is what we want. We want to be proud of Nigeria. It's our country. We cannot deny it. We can't say it's not our country. Bitatiwani. Show it to Canada. You say you will give it back to them. Give it back to them. I'm waiting until it turns upon fair play so that I can round up. Show them. Show them. Show Canada how powerful you are. Show Canada that they are nothing where you are. Ìyẹn ló dájú now. Ẹ fi gagbaga. Ṣé wọ́n lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sí America? Even America tó ṣe kínní. America tó ní fọ̀. America bá wọn fà wọ́n dá padà fún America. So that is how to go about it. That's how to do it. Oh yeah, sister tó fẹ́ pé o so that we can round up and go and sleep until 2 hours. I'm waiting for your call because it's like you have some information so that we can all learn. We go learn and we go learn in a hard way. Even our government will learn in a hard way. Yóò bá yá yín tún Nàìjíríà ṣe bó ṣe yẹ kó jẹ́. You know how many Nigerians are in diaspora? You know how many Nigerians are surviving in diaspora? The money diasporans send back home, how is building Nigeria too. Anyway, I was trying to give an information. Can to continue. Remember, I posted a video where a Nigerian citizen was arrested for using different wigs to write citizenship for people. This is where we too, when we travel outside, we are missing opportunities for others. So this lady, they said they arrested about 22 of them. Out of the 22 that were arrested, 12 of those people are Nigerians. You see where we are messing up opportunities for others too. Nigeria is tough, or is tough, is this, is that. So it is not about the government alone. Even we, the people, we are part of the problem. Who is the government? The people. You have opportunity to relocate abroad. They have job for you to do. But because you want to oppress, you want to impress, you want to show you have money, you go out and start putting your hand inside. And that is one of the reasons why Nigeria is not moving forward. We cannot keep blaming the government without speaking the truth to ourselves too. These people got here. You went into crime using wig. They said about 12 of those people out of the 22 people that were arrested writing citizenship exam. As it is, the people they wrote the exam for, if they have the citizenship, they will cancel it. This is a country where they have record. There is nothing you will do. They will not trace you out. The people they wrote the exam for, if they have the citizenship, they will cancel it. If they don't have it, if it's still in process, they will cancel it. You think you can manipulate the system the way you manipulate things back home. Abi, I continue. Okay, and this will be our last caller so that we can stop and go.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir. Can you please make it English for us, Joe? Shall we platform English?
Yes, first time on the show.
Thank you, sir.
You are doing a very great job.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just to clarify, the last caller was very correct. Invictus Games. That was the purpose of the game.
But that was not what was on the online, sir. The information was not complete online. I said the information was not complete online.
The last information, the clarification the last caller gave was correct, man.
Thank you, sir.
It's Invictus Games, which is for disabled veterans in the Commonwealth countries. It was started by the royal family, Harry and his brother, Prince Harry and Prince William, some years back. So basically, the right people that were supposed to come and represent Nigerian veterans were those people like were injured in the insurgency, Boko Haram, Niger Delta. So what is a very able, active officer? Why is supposed to be on duty? What are they looking for? Why are they supposed to be on duty? So Canada did the right thing.
So that was the reason for the refusal.
So it's like going to Paralympics, the Olympic for the disabled people. Why should a very able and agile person participate in the event? So our problem in Nigeria, like you mentioned, like everybody knows, but is dishonesty. Not just because when we say corruption, what is corruption? Corruption encompasses a lot of things, attributes, characteristics. Part of corruption is dishonesty. Part of corruption is telling lies, misinformation, 419, you understand? Embezzlement by the leaders. So Canada did the right thing because dishonest. So that is like you go to the embassy, you say you want to come to school or you just want to come and visit. You end up not going back. So the bank statement you took to the embassy is forged. So that's part of corruption. That's dishonesty. So then when they deny such people, then we have a problem. Meanwhile, we have our government that just sits down and do not at the National Assembly level. Even the judiciary is corrupt. Even the executive, starting from the presidency, you know how much they budget? But the roads are bad, no schools, they cannot even pay minimum wage. So Nigeria, we are the problem. We are the problem. These people are not our problem.
Abi?
I mean, the only pity our people is because the wealth is not going around. That's why you see our politicians during elections. It's a do or die affair. Because they know what we are going to get from them. That's why they kill themselves. Yes, it's the truth, man. So the problem starts with Nigeria, our government, because we keep electing these bad leaders.
Somebody said, why do we need Somebody said, why do we need the chief defense minister in the Invictus game?
They started it in South Africa, man. It was started by Harry and William.
Yes, we got that part. We got that part. The part the person was asking was, why is the defense minister going with them?
The defense minister has no reason. That's why the Department of Defense, that is the Ministry of Defense, if you have a permanent secretary, that's the senior officer in the civil service, right? That is followed by the minister. So in this case, even you do not, the permanent secretary should not come. If you have like a delegate that will lead all this under the Department of Defense of Ministry, like they call it in Nigeria, Ministry of Defense, there should be a parastatal or a department that takes care of the veterans. So that should be the person to lead them here. So this coming to a veteran affair event has nothing to do with active duty members. So it's corruption that is being perpetrated.
Thank you so much, sir.
They probably came with their their mother came with their children, then they leave them here.
Sherry Bye, dishonesty, yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you, sir. So, Fumi, you are still arguing. You say there will be many Trumps in Europe. Nigerian politicians are not living up to expectations. We all agree. But that shouldn't mean that we should disrespect ourselves. Who is disrespecting them? Are we disrespecting them by asking questions? Are we disrespecting them? Have we disrespected them? That they deny them? Oh yeah, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sùn. So the game is even almost over. Somebody said Invictus Games is 8th to 18th, 16th of February in Vancouver. We not to check. I just checked it now. It's even almost over. So who are the people they are taking there? Where can we see the people, the delegates, and the people that are going for the program? They say it's for paralyzed people. So who are the people they are taking there and what that? Can we see them? I mean, Canada has denied. There is no fight here. Let Nigeria do it back to them. Reciprocate. It's as simple as ABC. This is a lesson. It's a lesson. If they can treat them, for them to deny them, there must be a reason. They can't just deny them. Let them bring out the letter, the reason why they were denied, before we can say we want to face Canada. Let them bring out the letter they were given for refusing them the visa. When you are denied visa, you are given a letter, and the reason for the refusal will be there. They will tell you you have not met the expected conditions, and they may not list it for you, and they may list it, but they have the sole rights, just like Nigeria has the sole rights of who should come or who should not come. They have the sole rights. For the fact they even give you visa does not mean you can enter. You can get to the border and they turn you back, the entry points. I'm sure you know it is not the visa go that make you come inside. By the time you collect that visa, you get to the entry point, they will tell you no entry. They can turn you back. So let us see the letter that they were giving for denying them. There was a reason. There must be a reason. One fair one, let them go back. They gave some people. They did not give the senior ones. What are the senior ones going to do in a program meant for the paralyzed people, for the injured armies? What are they going to do there? Are they the ones that are invited to come to the place? Wọ́n wá kó àwọn tí ò yẹ kán kó wá kó wọn sórí list. Canada ya ṣá wọn dànù. A ti lọ mú ọmọ àti ìyàwó wọn. Wọ́n ya kọ wọn sí list. Canada ya ṣá wọn pé rọ́ kò sáyè. No visa. Canada shy them back. Èwo ni GCMS on MS notes. They don't just issue it. So Canada say no way, go back. So èwo ni fight. Fúnmiláyọ̀ wà all right. Alúwa Fúnmiláyọ̀ yín kọ́ o. The other Jọlá Oṣó ni mò ń bá wí o. Canada say no way. You are part of the people they denied. You say kò sí wàhálà, we're enjoying àmàlà. Ẹ máa jàmàlà yín. Ẹ fi Canada lé òtútù pọ̀. Òtútù pọ̀. They have the sole right. Ẹni tó bá wù wọ́n náà lè jẹ́ kó wọ̀lú wọn. Ó wọ̀lú wọn gan kò guarantee wọ́n lè gbé at any time kó padà síbi tó ti ń bọ̀. Àfi tó bá ti dọmọ onílù. Bó dọmọ onílù tó lọ kọ̀míìtì. Okay, tó bá ti dọmọ onílù wọn ò lè dẹ́ padà. Tó bá ti dọmọ onílù wọn ò lè dẹ́ padà tó bá kọ̀míìtì. Wàá ṣẹ̀wọ̀n wá túbọ̀ tà náà ni. Of Canada. Of Canada. Canada don't look Uche face. Canada don't look the first face. Canada don't look anyone who say your country. You are not the one that was invited for the program. Of Canada. Of Canada. Stay in Nigeria. They don't have name. Add name of their children, their cousin, their sister, their wife, their girlfriend. They don't have them for list. Canada say go back. You should go and sit down. Go back. You are not the one that is invited for the program. Thank you, everybody. Make we come dey sleep. We get ewedu for here too. Kumi, ewedu wà ńbí, mo máa jàmàlà dọ́là, máa fi wọ̀n ẹ́. Ewedu gbẹ̀gìrì gbogbo ẹ̀ là ń jẹ ńbí, pẹ̀lú ẹran tó máa ṣe pọ̀kìtìpọ̀kìtì báyìí. À ń jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní ẹ jókòó sí Nàìjíríà. Òtútù wà ńbí, don't come inside cold. The cold is too much. Stay inside Nigeria. Of Canada, help us to go and sort Nigeria out. Let Nigeria be a place they will come and do Invictus Game too. Let Nigeria be a place they will come and do Olympic game so that you self can deny people can visa. Let Nigeria be a place they will say they are bringing important things to come and celebrate there. All over the world they will come. Let Nigeria not be a place that say, don't come, oh, there is no security. We don't want that. They say, sit down in your country. Go and teach, go and do the country very well. You know, go and sit down. Anyway, guys, Arira Lola, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, we are all hopeful that that country shall one day, if not our generation, for the generation coming, that the country will be a place that our children can be proud of, that they may say tomorrow, let me go back to where I come from. We are all hopeful. But while we are waiting for that, let everybody do the needful. All countries are tightening their immigration law. They are tightening their borders because already Africans are overwhelming them. Japa is overwhelming them, taking a lot from them to sustain and maintain people. There are many of them in UK, in Canada. Many are kept in hotel, paying for their hotel to stay as asylum. So it's not easy on those countries too. So I won't blame them. If we do our country the way they are supposed to be, the way our country is supposed to be, it won't be Japa. Best of doctors in Nigeria, they are here in abroad. If it is by prayer, like somebody said we should be praying, if it is by prayer, Nigeria is supposed to be the best place. Thank you, Olowo Lafe. You said, why are we the one crying? We are the one crying. They rejected us entering into their country. I have never heard these people cry as we do. Thank you. Mo Japa ni kí n wá jókòó sí Nàìjíríà. Ẹ máa gbọ́. Kí n jókòó sí Nàìjíríà kí wá lọ. I won't deny. We are not denying. We are not denying that we Japa. But why don't do what denying yín? Why don't do it? Next Invictus Game is in 2027 in UK. Okay, they might still deny them. Canada will deny. UK ò tiẹ̀ ṣeré mọ́. Tọ́lọ́run bá máa mú yín kí Kẹ́mi wá lọ wọlé before then. Kẹ́mi ní tóun bá wọlé, òun á ṣe ṣégè fún immigrants. Anyway, guys, I will see you again. Kenny, wonderful night. Thanks for coming. Ó dàárọ̀, orun ayọ̀ la máa sùn. Night.